With yesterday's Demos Arcana update, we got 8 new Infested Kitgun parts, 2 chambers, 1 primary and 1 secondary grip, and 4 loaders. Their blueprints are available to purchase from Father in the Necralisk for standing. They can then be built in your foundry from components found in the Cambion Drift. Like previous kitguns, they are assembled by Rude Zood in Fortuna. The infested components can be combined with older components. You will also need to bring them to Zood to gild them. When mounted on a primary grip, the Sporylancer becomes an automatic shotgun, launching projectiles that explode with toxic mist on each bounce. The projectile itself deals impact damage, but the radial mist has innate toxin damage. When used with a secondary grip, it fires projectiles that explode into 3 smaller projectiles on impact. The trigger becomes semi-automatic. The projectile itself has impact damage, but the radial explosion has innate toxin damage. The Vermis Splicer is a beam chamber. On a primary grip, it shoots out a tentacle that attaches itself to the target and then splits off to attack 5 more enemies. It deals innate toxin and high slash damage. On a secondary grip, it shoots 5 tentacles that latch onto targets. It also deals innate toxin and high slash damage. It's worth noting that the chamber has a default multi-shot of 5, which is then proportionally increased with mods. The Palmaris is a primary grip that increases fire rate at the cost of little damage. For the Vermis Splicer and Gaze chambers, it will instead affect range. It is slightly slower than the Brash with slightly higher base damage. The Ulnaris is the corresponding secondary grip. It increases fire rate at the cost of some damage. It is closest in stats to the Lovetap, with slightly higher fire rate and slightly lower damage. The loaders are the most expensive parts to craft, as they each require 3 scintillant to make. They all equally increase critical and status chance, which makes them slightly better than Fortuna loaders, if you're looking for more balanced weapons. The Acroid is a smaller loader that increases critical chance and status chance equally. It provides a medium-sized magazine with fairly fast reload speed. The Macro Acroid has currently the biggest magazine size and slowest reload time. I have it on my Vermis Splicer secondary, and combined with Pax Charge, I've rarely emptied the whole magazine. The Thymoid has a slightly higher magazine capacity than the Acroid, at the cost of some reload time, critical and status chance. The Macro Thymoid has a slightly smaller magazine than the Macro Acroid, with a slightly smaller reload time and slightly higher critical and status chance. I'm having a ton of fun with the new kitgun chambers. My favorite so far is the Vermis Splicer primary, but the secondary isn't too bad either. The Sporylancer is better as a secondary weapon, but the primary is quite fun to play against lower level enemies. I'm working on my builds for them, but I want to show you several configurations, so it's taking a bit longer.